Good morning, everyone. My name is Mighty Stream, and I am going to do your January the 2nd, just for today, in a meditation. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. The title of the meditation for today is Take a Deep Breath and Talk to God. Oh, that sounds so interesting. Sometimes when we pray, a remarkable thing happens. We find the means and ways and energies to perform tasks far beyond our capacities. That's taken from the basic text, page 46. Coping successfully with life's minor annoyances and frustrations is sometimes the most difficult skill we have to learn in recovery. We are faced with small inconveniences daily. From untangling the knots in our children's shoelaces to standing in line at the market, our days are filled with minor difficulties that we must somehow deal with. If we're not careful, we may find ourselves dealing with these difficulties by bullying our way through each problem or grinding our teeth while giving ourselves a stern lecture about how we should handle them. These are extreme examples of poor coping skills. But even if we're not this bad, there's probably room for improvement. Each time life presents us with another little setback to our daily plans, we can simply take a deep breath and talk to God, to the God of our understanding, knowing we can draw patience, tolerance, or whatever we need from that power. We find ourselves coping better and smiling more often. Just for today, I will take a deep breath and talk to my God whenever I feel frustrated. Let's take a moment of silence, followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer. Moment of silence now, please. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. What a wonderful topic. Take a deep breath and talk to God. I don't know about everyone, but I would assume that mostly everyone that is listening, that you experience days where it seems like nothing, like Murphy's Law, right? Everything that could go wrong does go wrong. There's nothing that goes right. I'm sure that other people feel this way. I've had many days where I start out on the right foot. I get the podcast recorded, I upload them, and I move immediately into the next few things that need to be done in the course of the day. And it will be the most minor mishaps that have the ability to just grade my nerves. It could be something as simple as reaching for a coffee cup and grabbing it too fast, or the handle bumps something else and two or three other items fall out of the coffee cup cabinet. So now I have one that's broken, one that I wanted, one that's okay. These little minor things, right? And so I could sweep that up, take care of that situation, and then go to do something else and say maybe refill the sugar container. And because how it's folded, I end up with sugar on my mats on my counter. And these mats are very, very finely woven, very detailed. So now the sugar is caught up in the weaving of the mat, right? And I have to clean that off. And these are small things. Like the example given here is from tying a shoe place for our children to go into shopping at the market and having to stand in line. I remember, I want to say around Thanksgiving, I was in a market that I hardly ever shop at, and I wasn't shopping for myself. I was shopping for individuals that could not get out but wanted something for their dinner. And something told me, just pay for it. Give them back their cash and you just pay for it. So I went to swipe my debit card to pay for it, and it kept getting denied, denied, denied. And so, like the fourth time, I asked the gentleman, is this thing rigged? Like, what's going on? Because this card is excellent. There's money in there. What is the issue? And so a little line, not more of four people, but four people had lined up behind me. And I had noticed these two young girls um, just kind of being obnoxious. So one of them had ended up behind me. So I asked the gentleman, well, can you come over here and do it? Can you just come from around that counter and you do it? Because that makes no sense. And he put in all the information. He ran it more like credit. It went through. And he said to me, do you want your receipt? And I said, I absolutely do. And the girl behind me, she said, child, please. That didn't even cost you $9. You want a receipt? And immediately, every voice in the store stopped talking. Immediately. And I would not say I handled that situation the best, but she knew in an instant, first of all, what business of it is it of yours? If I get a receipt or not? And why are you in such a rush? She said, because I just got paid. And I was like, and everyone in the store started cracking up. So you just got a check and you're bugging this little old lady, right? Things like that, the point that I'm making, are things will happen as long as we have breath in our body and we are interacting with individuals. Now, my mind told me to tell her that might be the last check that you actually get if you keep messing with me. I wanted to say something a lot more intense than our laugh. Everyone in the store laughed because it was a nonsensical response to my question. What business of it is it yours if I get a receipt? Right? We're always going to have a situation come up. As long as we got breath in our bodies and we are interacting with people, we will always have an opportunity to take a moment of silence, talk to God. Here it says, take a deep breath, which is the same as taking a moment of silence to me. Talk to the God of your understanding, and then proceed with your marching orders that should come from your higher power. We can draw on spiritual principles such as patience, tolerance, whatever it is that we need in that moment. We need not think that we are by ourselves. And if you are going through life believing that you are by yourself, sometimes even the moment of silence, do you guys remember when we were told if you get angry, count to 10 before you reply? Sometimes your moment of silence or that deep breath is your higher power. It is a power greater than yourself because it has the ability to restore oxygen to your brain and help you think straight. You know what? I've enjoyed talking to you, and I believe you get the point of the meditation. Let's take a second, slow down, and be more sure and more positive of how we're responding. All of us can use improvement, I'm sure. I know that I can. I believe in you so much. You've been in the flow of the stream, so let's get out there and do something mighty. Let January the 2nd be the most beautiful day that you have lived thus far this year, and make it an awesome day. because if you don't, nobody else will. My name is Mighty Stream, and I will be talking to you tomorrow.